Welcome back to DayZ, Tips and Tricks Edition.
Oh, why hello there, Timmy. Are you ready to learn how to become a better DayZ player? Well, that's great, but what do I get out of it? I guess it's free then. So when you first load in the game, it's going to look something like this. Not terrible, but it's going to run like dog shit. And that's because the game defaults all of your settings to high and extreme. Most of the tips and tricks videos that you'll find will tell you to turn your overall quality to poor, and that's because that's what you should do. What they don't tell you to do is to turn your object and your texture detail to extreme or high, and I'll show you why in a minute. The only other thing that I would mess with here is texture filtering. That turns your jagged edges into more straight edges, and that all kind of depends on what your computer has. So check your GPU settings and make sure that this is set in accordance to your GPU. Without those settings that we just changed, all the windows that we see in the area are going to look like Minecraft dog shit, but with it turned on, we might actually be able to see somebody peeking in the window, meaning the next time that you're on your loot run, you can actually see that Freshie killer hiding out in the window. You paying attention, Timmy? Alright, good. Now your game's actually going to look a little bit more like this, and this is just... You're going to want to go online and you're going to want to install reshade. You could, if you have an NVIDIA GPU, use your NVIDIA GPU shaders, but where's the fun in that? Then you don't have to take on this trick. Installing reshade is going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass. You're going to be given a bunch of options for all your different games. Make sure you pick DayZ 64, not DayZ Diag 64, not the DayZ launcher, not DZSA launcher, DayZ 64. From here, select DirectX 12, and then you're going to be given a bunch of effects that you can install. I select the legacy effects. You can select whatever ones you want. I don't care, it's your computer. Hit next down at the bottom and you're all finished, all set. The home button is what opens up the reshade tab, and first we're going to put on some AMD Fidelity. It is a sharpening and it is a lighter sharpening, so you're not going to notice it right away, but when we put on Luma Sharpen, that's when you're really going to notice the sharpening is really going to kick. And of course, to get rid of all this drab and gray depressingness, we're going to give it a little bit of colorfulness, and look at that. Colors are its proper color. I'd say this looks so much better. What do you think, Timmy? That's what I thought. Alright, you ready to change your keybinds? Yes, pay attention, keep up. Now, most servers have unlimited stamina, so rebinding your hold breath button to your aim button means that you don't have to reach across your keyboard anymore and break your fingers, and it even works for your AR. So your vanilla setting is going to be C for change stance, and there's going to be nothing for stand up and crouch, and that's gay. We're going to change that. So first you're going to remove C from change stance, and hopefully you're chat enough to have a mouse that has two side buttons, and you're going to put your stand up and your prone to your two side mouse buttons, whatever feels more comfortable, but I put prone to my closer one and my stand up to my farther mouse button away from me. Bonus tip, spamming your stand up button is actually a crouch spam. Now, hopefully you, alongside Timmy, will be able to pull off moves that look a little like this. They're all dead because I'm a fucking god! Or, you know, there's always some other things. Next, we're going to be changing the little name above our teammates' heads, and you can only do this if you have a specific map mod on the server that you're playing. Clicking settings while you're in the map will bring you open to this tab here, where you will be able to change the settings of your teammate's name, along with your health bar and your compass color. You won't be losing this name in the clouds anytime soon. Congratulations, Timmy, now you're ready to get geared. But wait! You don't know where to go for loot yet. In Chernarus, you would typically go from the south up to the north, and Livonia from the north down to the south. But modded maps like Namalsk have all of their loot sometimes right in the middle. The best idea would be to look up some guides online for whatever map you're about to play. The vanilla plate carrier is essentially useless now. If you're on a server where it's useful, stop. Now every server is going to have their armor classes done up differently, but typically you want to look at the bigger armor, the better. This also goes for ammo types. 308 and 54R are great, but it's nothing against a 338 Lapua or 50 BMG. Did you catch anything that I said over there, Timmy? God fucking damn it. Next, we're going to be talking about events. First on the list of events is airdrops notifying you in the top left of your screen. Listen for the loud-ass AC-130 plane shitting out presents like Santa was a Navy SEAL. Wait an unbelievably long time for this box to reach the ground, and fight other players for gear that a Freshie took half an hour ago. Our next event is a King of the Hill, and it is exactly as it sounds. Stay in the radius of the flag long enough and kill all the players nearby to make your way out with the loot. There are different versions of King of the Hills, like a hacked crate or a capture zone, but it's all essentially the same thing. Now you've hit some events, you've got some gear, and even somehow managed to build a base, and you're ready to start slapping down some holograms and get your base all fortified. But you're wrong, goddammit, because this is what a raider sees. You see, BBP floors and foundations are dismantled from the top, whereas BBP roofs are dismantled from the bottom. So you want to do an additional layer of roofs on the floor and floors on the roof. Now, finally, you've built your airlock, and what the fuck is that? All a raider needs is to dismantle in through one door after raiding your first door, and oh, he's in your whole base. So you better build up quick, Timmy, because it's only one homemade C4 per tier 1 door. Speaking of homemade C4, make one with 5 gunpowder and a burlap sack, then combine it with a radio. To help avoid this guaranteed tragedy, you can make yourself tier 2 doors out of sheet metal. Meaning now, it'll take 1 heavy breaching charge or 2 homemades to take down your tier 2 door. If you find any mortar or concrete mix, you can bring them over to a cement mixer with a battery and a wire and get yourself some tier 3 doors. You do have to strip it right down to its frame, unlike the tier 2 doors. This door should take 2 heavy breaching charges or 4 homemades. Alright, Timmy, I turned off the music because you're going to have to listen very closely for this one. We're getting into some PvP tips, and the first one is an audio call. That, little Timmy, is the sound of a reload, and if you're ever close enough to hear that sound, you better run in there and put your barrel in his fucking face. Now, Lord knows I've overextended way too many times. Tagged him, I'm dead. So let this be a do as I say and not as I do moment for you, little Timmy. Make sure to use your surroundings to your advantage and never be afraid to run away just to come back right after, or re-challenging. Notice how, instead of sticking the shot, Red Shirt goes behind the barn, only to re-emerge after and kill Green Shirt. Bonus tip, don't get kill hungry like Green Shirt did. So Timmy, do you think you're ready for the big bad world of DayZ? Well, I'll tell you one thing, you're definitely gonna need a team. Going at this solo, a lot of people can do it, but it's goddamn difficult. Get yourself a group of, well, anybody. Well, Timmy, I think I've taught you about all that I could teach you. Do you feel at least a little confident? Well, that's good. I think we can finally end this DayZ video off on a positive. What the fuck? Maybe not. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, you guys.